I want more perspectives, gamers. I want more of them. I'm booting up Steam, gamers. Wait. Autumn sale? What's going on at this autumn sale? Far Cry? It'd be a far cry for me to buy this game.
You're on a path in the woods.
Oh
at the end
no,
of that
I'm
path,
back. Somebody commented it last time. I never actually walked into the basement with no knife. I had a threatening aura. I came in with a knife ready. I was like, we're friends. And obviously she didn't like that. So I'm gonna try not doing that. Here's my prediction. I think I'm gonna walk down there, no knife, and we're gonna become best friends and nothing bad will happen. That's my prediction. Enter the basement. Here we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
Right.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient. A voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
She's immediately... I don't know, she doesn't sound as intimidating. Is it just because I don't have the knife?
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Damn.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I want to make a friend. Hi. Oh, okay, so we can... I'm here to save you, and we can lie. We could say I'm here to save you, but as a lie. Ooh. I'm gonna say hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
That seemed a little less trustworthy than before. Hello?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Sucks.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Okay.
I am begging you to stay focused. Not
She's
riding on
beautiful. You can't be a threat if you're beautiful.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Yeah, sure. I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
You're making a huge mistake.
We'll see about that, Mr. Narrator Man.
You're doing the right thing.
That's right.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Okay.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light.
So, wait, they just walked away with the key?
Just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabinet.
Well, you would, right? You would put the key with the prisoner, but like not too close to the prisoner. I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
I got you.
Attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh no!
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Oh shit!
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
The narrator just locked me in here? Okay, bad news,
You
princess.
make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Real bad news.
This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Okay.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
It's messy.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yes.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
Yeah, I know this seems bad.
If I could just
It's
get
just
out
bad.
of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
I think that was a little bit of a jump.
Or we could use it to free her.
Oh, we could have thought about it for a second. Oh my god.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, she's weird. But I mean, she's a little crazy. Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Why?
place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Oh.
You cut into her flesh.
Oh my god, there were so many
The
options.
blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Gamers, I hope you brought your buckets. Oh my god.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Okay, so I didn't know it in part 1. I read the content warning since part 1. I didn't read it before I played. But oh my god, that content warning is crazy. And so, oh,
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
this time I knew that this kind of stuff was in there, but first time I did not know.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Yeah, that's weird.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Alright.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
The narrator's being a
As
piece
the princess
oh my god.
approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
What?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
I didn't choose this. Oh, you piece of shit. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I know that. The narrator's being an asshole.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Oh no.
Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't like it. Resist.
The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Yeah, no, this isn't. I'm not doing it.
She
I wanted to be a
nervously
friend.
reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I wanted nothing bad to happen. I wanted to make a friend. I wanted to go get Subway together. I wanted to eat a foot-long sandwich.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
I didn't want any of this.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Bro.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
I guess not this
Apparently
one.
not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
This game is.
It
This
can't
game
just
is.
end
Oh my
like
god.
this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I can't even think of another story where you
You're
die
on a
in chapter
path
1. The hero
in the
dies,
woods.
chapter 1.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Yeah, okay. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Yeah. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks?
I know about
What on earth
you.
are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
You sick piece of
If he
shit.
doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
That's
Yes,
true.
he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
I just wanted a friend.
Our beloved?
Yeah, I want a
Yes, you'll
friend.
have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him
Don't
specifically.
tell the
Sounds
narrator
like he's
that.
the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Yeah, that's. I don't know.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
This guy. Alright, let's go to the cabin. Wait, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why would I listen to him? Why should I bother doing anything? Okay, why should I bother doing anything?
Very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the last
Let's
time.
say for a moment
Oh,
that
there was
this
a
really
long
is the second
pause
time you've
between-
met me, or at least a version of me.
Okay. Oh, that was the end of the thing.
I
God damn.
died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
I beg to differ.
This
I'm not going to
fucking
argue
guy.
with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Well, there's something up with that princess. That princess was gnawed her arm right off.
I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
All right, enough for this talk. Let's go.
A warning before you go any further.
Right.
She will lie.
She
We
will
already
lie.
told you
Okay.
we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Beauty is the only thing we
I
can
think
believe
we've already
in.
been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My
Okay.
passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
That is true.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Let's go. Well, okay, first of all, talk about your feelings. Probably should get that out there. Talk to people. Express yourself. It's okay. This guy's just a little annoying.
The interior
But
of the
talk
cabin
about your
is
feelings.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I don't think I'm bringing that blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm wondering about this mirror, because, like, it appears every time, but every time you look at it, it's not there. But I'm wondering if I keep looking at it, if it does anything different. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least
Wipe away the mirror.
reach forward
It's not there.
and rub your hand against the
Okay.
cabin wall. I hope you know how there was a mirror a second.
Now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
That's true. Gotta look good. Take the blade. This whole cabin is different than last time. Enter the basement. Okay.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate
All the
stairwell.
art is great.
Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I don't
A
know,
soft
man.
voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Soft voice now?
Her voice. It's somehow
my
even
God.
more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know.
Yeah,
the
I don't know
princess.
anything about this
You can
princess.
still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes,
Let's
for
start at
everyone's
friend.
sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
He's starting to grow on me, I'll be
You
real.
know she can't hear you, right?
I love this guy.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Okay.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
She remembers.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yeah, that really worked for both of them.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yep.
That's right, villain.
That's right, villain. I'm gonna start calling people villain.
Well,
That's pretty cool.
She.
I'm sure everyone would appreciate it.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion.
So we're going with split
Really
timelines?
hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done.
So all those worlds are
Matters
still
is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Now, hold
completely
on. If she
screwed?
actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Of course.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Yeah, we gotta save the princess. Oh, we could talk about it a little bit. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay, that wasn't an answer. You killed me last time and I hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
In the moment,
Did we?
the hero did, for sure.
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Let's see. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
This is weird. She's not giving me a lot of information here.
Just like our darling princess, she wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Well, no. She was trying to play into what I wanted, which is weird. She's like, did you want me to? That's weird. That's weird stuff. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
Bruh!
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
Another version of me was pushed to such drastic action. It was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah, that was really unsettling.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I didn't even think about that. You got a narrator?
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Let's rescue.
What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
I did not forget.
If you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
Oh, wait, does she?
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
I thought she didn't have her hand
If her hand
from
could
last
slip
time.
out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
Bro, what the fuck?
I'm not sure I follow.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
I'm more towards that guy.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
That's a big word.
One of us has to be.
What does that mean? Hold on, let me Google that. Person who supports the theory that all knowledge is based on experience derived from senses. Yeah.
Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
What?
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you.
He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? Approach the princess and gingerly
You just
slide
fucking
her
get her
out of
out.
buttons.
You just get her out of it.
Worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only I had a weapon, one slip of the
If
wrist and your
only I
blade
had a
would
weapon.
be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
No, I'm on team friendship.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Good God.
What do we do now?
Subway. Subway is what we do. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I'm gonna start saying this one too. to people online. Somebody's just like complaining on my team about how I messed something up in a video game. I'm just gonna say this exact line at them, and that'll really shut them up. They'll hate that.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Ever?
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
That's negative.
She can't just want to make us happy.
What's going on with the music?
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
But what would make you
I
happy?
just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
This is weird. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
Yeah, this isn't falling
I
apart.
fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
I don't know, this is weird. You can't just base your entire existence on another person. There must be something you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
We're getting grappled already? See ya. Bye. What the fuck? You don't get to ask her. You don't get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
No. She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
We didn't even get to leave the building. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. Oh my god. It's going to be okay, just trust me, we've been here before. You always get scared? That's not assuring. I'm just gonna approach the mirror. None of that's assuring. That's not helpful. You approach the mirror. Gaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone at once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Am I goopier than before? You've withered? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Are you bigger? You are at the cabin. Approach.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
I still don't fully understand what you are. You're weird.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
I'm getting the feeling that it's all gonna end with a choice where I either kill you or I save you. And I don't even know what you are. So I don't even know how to make that choice. I don't know how I could possibly make that choice. You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet
That's abstract.
my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Okay. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
What? As easily as you can say you are like me, even if you cannot choose to look at the corners that you do not fit, even if you've chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul. Whoa. Holy shit. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the others. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I don't even know what you are! If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems too distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me, and I hate it, and I think I hate you. I don't really have an opinion yet. I don't know what you are. I don't know what the details are. I don't fully understand.
How strange of you to ask me then.
I guess? What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Did I do that?
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I don't like that. I'm still planning to kill you once we're done? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
You speak in riddles. Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished? Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
So you don't have any preference on how you'd like to change and grow? How many more vessels do I need to bring you? Destroy... There's attack the entity and destroy your body. I'm not sure if I'm ready to make any of those decisions. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that...
I'm trying to figure out what this thing at the end represents. Is it like... Are they possibility? I don't even know what... I don't know.
You're here to slay her.
I don't know what it means to slay
If
her.
you don't, it
Or
will
save
be
her.
the end of the
I don't know what...
world.
I don't know what's going on. I guess what I can do now is I can... No hesitation, just walking in, immediately stabbing the princess so we can see what happens. Take the blade.
You take the...
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Yeah, now she's menacing.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Yep.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay, I think I've seen this before. Okay, no talking.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
No conversation. I'm here to do a
Walk
deed.
downstairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. But she's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step
Walk forward.
your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
this is it, isn't it?
Yeah, I got you. I'm sorry.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
What?
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Right? I feel like there's still some kind of trick.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Why would I not check the pulse? What? Do I check? I was told not to. I'm trusting the narrator. This is the narrator's run.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
It's over.
Bye.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
I
But
guess.
it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Okay.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Okay.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
What?
What happened?
I thought this wasn't supposed to happen, you
Everyone
liar.
is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Wait, what? This is bullshit. Let me out of
What's
here.
done is done, and there's no going back now. I'm sorry you don't like your reward, but maybe you'll learn to appreciate it in time. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
What?
Psst. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Of course not. Hell no. Do we have any idea how to get out of here?
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Oh no.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Yeah.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you.
This
It wants
isn't happiness.
This wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Wouldn't we be
How
dead?
astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Got a weird definition of happy. I'm gonna stick
What a
around.
relief. I suppose we've got all the time in the world for you to change your mind.
That's true.
More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voice's pleas fall on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Good ending, you did it. You saved
You
everyone.
have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Sorry, what?
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. The blade. I can hear every... He's right. Do you hear? Do you
On
not?
a reset.
Don't you...
Huh. You'd better be right about this. I'm pretty sure I'll be upset if we die.
Die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Wait, so like, the thing, the collection of princesses or whatever, didn't like that I didn't progress the game, I guess?
The princess's
my
body
God.
is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
The Spectre?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
The music got a little weird.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
If I kill myself, what am I
Assure
doing
you
here?
that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine.
Oh, there we go.
It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Jesus.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Okay. I guess I do it again?
Warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, she won't be a problem.
I don't like this guy. I like the other guy a lot more. This guy's creepy.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Okay. Okay, approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
It's a mirror.
It's a...
Wipe away the grime.
You reach
There's no mirror.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
I don't know what the mirror represents
I hope you know
either.
how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Okay, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Okay. The princess is a ghost?
The door to the basement
Oh, I don't like this
rolls
one.
open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Oh.
The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
If the princess is
I guess
dead,
we'll just have to go down and see.
then I don't even know what to do.
As you descend the final
Oh,
step,
no.
the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead.
Got him?
It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head
Oh
appears
my
from
God.
underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghosts! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
What are we supposed to do to the ghost?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh,
Princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
do you wait in this situation? Waiting was bad last time. Waiting made a war happen, I guess. But I'm really curious about the ghost. Yeah!
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air.
Oh no.
No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused.
Okay.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
I'm sorry.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
If I knew I'd have to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you. Okay. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? Why am I so different?
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
That's a good question. What am I?
I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
I don't think you're my friend, narrator.
Us, if we went along with it.
What?
Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
That would be interesting.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Sure.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Thanks for the body, killer.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
Oh.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor? Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought. What are you?
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
Yeah.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there, like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to manipulate everyone. Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Slay the princess? Are you kidding? I can't think straight, there's too much
Then
noise.
don't think. Just move.
One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
I guess we'll just have to see what happens when we leave. But if I'm stuck in here, I'll be making some renovations. It's too crowded.
Leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Oh my...
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
This game just leaves me permanently confused.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
I don't know what's right. I don't know what's wrong. I don't think there is a right. I don't know what
Because
anything
he can't
is.
Stop me. Why do you think he sent you here?
I hate to admit it, but she's not wrong. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
Finally! Finally!
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next. Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone. And so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Alright. Let's see if I'm stuck with you forever.
You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Guessing not. All's well that ends well, right? You lived up to your end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Okay. You don't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah, okay. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Why am I getting so small? It said I'd grown, and then I'm getting smaller? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Are you going to give me an answer, or is there going to be more riddles?
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
I don't know. What? Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want me to tell you?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Are we talking about the real world? Is this a commentary on video game plotlines? There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Are we immortal? Are we not people? Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Guess that's a good point. What is this? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are some voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know. What? All the answers are he does. He does, I don't know why, but I know this to be for a fact. He does, I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Okay. Do you know what's going to happen when we're awakened?
If I did, I would already be awake.
I guess that's true. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There is no waiting forever. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. Did the game just promise answers? That's crazy. They said we'll know what we are.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end...
Unfortunately, gamers, that's all the time I have for today. I'm going to make another part where I think we're close to the end. I think it's one more loop, and then I don't know how long the ending is going to be. I assume it's going to be like a whole thing. But I'm going to call it here. Thank you, everybody, for joining me, and I hope I see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.